The time has officially come. I am going to predict the 2025 college football playoff and who wins the Natty. Let's start off on the left side of the bracket. We have LSU playing Arizona State in a first round matchup. I like Arizona State to make their way back to the playoffs. I think they lose in the Big 12 title. I think LSU has great offensive upside and they're going to take another step forward under Blake Baker, and they have Harold Perkins Jr. back and a great portal class. LSU hosting a playoff game will be big, and I think they win that game. I also then have Oregon playing Boise State. I think Oregon will have a very good season but miss the Big Ten title because of tiebreakers. But I think they host Boise State and win that game no problem. On the first round of the right side of the bracket, Texas Tech will play Alabama. I think Texas Tech will win the Big 12. I think the talent's going to pay off. I think they have the most talented Big 12 roster, and the front seven is going to be one of the best in the Big 12. But I really like that Alabama coaching staff. The DC is really good. They add Ryan Grubb as the OC. They're nearly top of the country in return in production. I think Alabama will beat Texas Tech on the road. The last round one playoff game is 6 seed Notre Dame against 11 seed Texas. Some people may be wondering why I have Texas that low, but I think they lose a couple of games in the regular season with a tough schedule, and I think the offense still has question marks. They had to replace the offensive line, and I don't love the receiver room either. And honestly, on the road at Notre Dame, a team that I think is going to be tough and very good under Marcus Freeman once again, I think Texas will drop that game and have a disappointing season. Let's move on to the final eight on the left side of the bracket. I think Penn State will beat LSU. I think Penn State will win the Big Ten as the one seed. I think they are the most complete team in the country with Aller back at quarterback, the running back room, a very good receiver room, and of course Jim Knowles coming in as the DC and great return in production on that side of the ball. And then we have 4 seed Ohio State playing 5 seed Oregon, a rematch from last year, but this time the roles are reversed. Ohio State gets a first round bye. I trust that Oregon coaching staff more, and I just think they have the better quarterback. I think Dan Lanning will get his revenge and beat Ohio State, moving on to the semifinals. And while we're at it, let's finish the left side of the bracket. Penn State playing Oregon in the semifinals. I do think Penn State will beat Oregon twice. I think Penn State is the most legit team in the country on both sides of the ball. And then we have 2 seed SEC winner playing Alabama. I think Georgia's going to have a big year, but a spot against Alabama in the playoffs is a weakness for that team. I think Kirby Smart loses to Alabama again. Notre Dame will then have to play Clemson, the 3 seed, my ACC winner. But Clemson still has questions on that run defense, and Notre Dame has the best running back in the country. I think they win that game. And I think Notre Dame just has a better all-around roster than Alabama, and they beat Alabama. But here we have it. My national title prediction for 2025 is Penn State versus Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame makes their way back to the Natty. I think people are sleeping on them, and Penn State is going to be very good. And at the end of it all, I think Penn State wins a national title.